So having laid the table for valuation, let's look at the three broad approaches that there are to valuing a business. And there are only three. The first I'm going to call intrinsic valuation. In intrinsic valuation, you value a business, you value a company based on its fundamentals, its cash flows, its growth, its risk. Discounted cash flow valuation is the most common tool used for estimating intrinsic value, but it's not the only one. But the key in intrinsic valuation is it's all about the business. The second approach to valuation I call relative valuation. And as I describe it, it's going to sound familiar. To value an asset in relative valuation, you look at what similar assets are being priced at by the market right now. And once you find them, you use that as your basis for valuing this asset. Think about it. If you look at an equity research report, what do you see? You see a multiple, right? Price earnings, EV to EBITDA, price to book. And you see a bunch of companies. And what the analyst is saying is, look at these companies and look at this one. Based on how these other companies are being valued, I think this company is cheap or expensive. Those two approaches to valuation by far dominate all of valuation, and we'll talk about which one is dominant, but there's a third and final approach to valuation. The third approach to valuation, and this is perhaps the only new and perhaps sophisticated aspect that's new to valuation, is applying option pricing models in the context of valuing these assets that have contingent cash flows. What are contingent cash flows? Well, this asset will have value only if something happens. So if you're a biotechnology company, you have a patent working its way through the pipeline, it'll have value only if you get FDA approval. You're an undeveloped oil reserve company, those oil reserves will have value only if oil prices go up beyond a certain level. So collectively, you can take valuation approaches and break them down into these three basic approaches.